All right, hey guys, here we are back for another hole here, hole number 4. And let's see what we got here. I have a pretty weak bag, so I'm actually glad to see a win like that. It's going to make expert easier for all personnel. Now, one of the things that you will see is a Puck 6, a Puck 7 can get bounce shots up here the farthest, which does give them still an advantage on the pitch. But at least it's a pitch instead of a green. And I can't even believe opponent there going that way. Would have been in the water if he hit the fairway. So definitely dodged a bullet there. One of the things that I'll recommend here is probably whatever you have that has the most top spin. So how much, so this has pretty good top spin. So I might do something along the lines of this with some curl. Of course, it's going to require that I go full power. I'm thinking something along the lines of maybe 5 rings with some curl, full power. And we're basically just trying to blast this down here as far as possible. And the great ball ends up costing me. So you will need to do some kind of precision with these weak clubs. The difference you'll see, a Puck 5, a Puck 6, a Puck 7, it has so much more accuracy and so much more range. I won't have to go full power. I'd only have to go like half power. So that shot's going to be far easier. Not to mention my wind was up significantly on that first. So the lower that wind is, the easier this is going to be. And it looks like, judging my opponent's wind here, the second wind is just as bad as the first one. So you'll see that, all in all, this is going to be a tough setup for weaker bags. Now it looks like it's in the 8s this time. So once again, very close to 5-ish rings. And very similar, we're going to max out, and hopefully this time, so this time I bail out, and I'm too fast with the timing, which is probably, it looks like it actually isn't putting me in the bunker. Looks like I ended up just missing it. But you can see this is my goal, is to get it up here as far as possible. It's going to be so easy for guys with a Puck 5, a Puck 6, a Puck 7 to get it up there. So those weaker clubs, a Puck 3, a Puck 4, a Puck 2, it's almost better to go extra mile and just use a max curl. So if you have a relatively advanced extra mile, that's going to be better than, so I only have an extra mile 5. So that's going to still require me to max out, very similar to what you just saw. Now here you can see we actually got this to Endbringer range. So not my ideal choice. I don't typically want to go. I'd rather go at this with Hornet. I'll try to stay back a little bit farther, kind of intentionally next time, because I would rather not play this max shot into the wind. I'm thinking something along the lines of 1.4-ish per ring, at least. We're very close to max club, so I'm going to go pretty close to max rings, a little bit of an overplay, 6 rings. Great ball is going to probably cost me. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, for sure. So you can see that it blocks it out to the left with a perfect ball. Maybe that rolls in because, I'm considering things like, max ring adjustment, into the wind, going just a little bit extra. And I'm also playing things like wind effect. But it's really going to require perfect ball towards max club on those lower level Endbringers. So there's not a lot of room for error. But that's more or less what you'll be looking at. I'll try on the second guide to kind of intentionally put it at min short iron. That's how I typically go about this. In fact, you can check out the last tournament that we played. I forget which one it is, but we had this whole very similar wind. So you can look at that old guide as well, as you'll be able to see, that's kind of the strategy that we'll be using, is the kind of just min club short iron with perfect ball. It's going to be very straightforward and easy to hold out. So good luck there. I'll catch you guys on the next one.